and Candy.
And we here to give you that boss candy for your Dallas Cowboys sweet tooth.
Now sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy the show.
Let's go.
Under the lights, you look so amazing. It's the moonlight that makes me wonder why we separated. Or am I faded? You shine so bright, it's an understatement. Single is overrated. If you get too close, my baby might let you take me back.
Man, I'm so excited, man. We got our first special guest. Special guest in the house.
Super special.
Mr. J Tuck himself. What's up, boy?
Man, I feel honored, man. I feel honored to be our first guest, man. What up, Cowboys Nation, man? I love this show. I love y'all thumbnails. Candy look like candy, but boss, man. I know you be in your Killmonger mode, bro, but you know.
Killmonger.
Whoa. Say, man, is that
That boss looking like Black Panther out there. I'm like, I ain't mad at you.
Say, man, I'm still in Killmonger mode, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
Say, man. So, man, like real talk, man. Great week for you, bro. And I just, I want to definitely just kind of talk about it, man. Put lights on it. And I know we go kill it, man. So, kind of, what's your thoughts before we really kick off the show?
Man, I'm feeling good. I hope Cowboys Nation put that loss behind us because I know we're doing it in my community on my channel. Now it's time to focus on New England. The Zeke reunion, I'm going to be in the building. I'm going to be out there representing Cowboys Nation. And wherever y'all at, let's do the same. Let's go ahead and get this win and get back on track.
All right, Candy, you got some thoughts before we kick it off? We got 40 seconds.
Pretty much the same. I'm looking forward to the Cowboys putting last week behind them. It was definitely not a great game, but that's last week. We're going to look forward to this week.
Let's go.
You ready?
What's on your mind? Yeah, what's on your mind? We want to know. We want to know.
At the top of my mind,
yeah, what's on
top of my mind, I really want to get into Zeke's return to AT&T Stadium.
Oh, okay.
The grand entrance.
Yeah. So,
what are you guys' thoughts on Zeke's return?
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting, man. I think it's going to be exciting to have Zeke return. Now, I was in the building, a few years ago when it was supposed to have been Dez Bryant's return when he come back as a Saint, but unfortunately he got the injury before he was able to return. So I think in recent memory, this is going to be one of the biggest kind of return back to home games that we've seen from a previous Cowboys player. So, I feel like when it comes to Zeke, it's kind of up in the air how some fans feel about him, but I think the consensus when it comes to Cowboys Nation, we appreciate everything that he's done. Jerry Jones spoke about, they got something special planned for him. So, of course, it's probably going to be a warm welcome, probably do the Zeke chant all together in unison before the game starts. But after that, we're going to get right to business. So it's going to be a fun moment. I know Zeke's excited about it. I kind of talked to his family behind the scenes. They're excited about his return. So it's going to be a big moment for Cowboys Nation because Zeke did do a lot through his time in Dallas and his tenure in Dallas. Everyone loves him in the locker room. No, Dak's going to be excited to have his guy back. So it's going to be a fun game.
Yeah. My thoughts on it, Candy, is right now Zeke who? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on. Zeke who? That's just for real. Like at this point, even back in the day when I used to play ball, when it was time to play ball, man, I wasn't your friend at all. I was gonna play you worse than I played everybody. So I ain't got no love for Zeke right now. And I mean that. Like Zeke.
What?
Man, I ain't got no love for Zeke. Zeke and gone. Like, nah, this is Cowboys. You know what I mean? And really, I'm hoping we bust Zeke in the mouth. And I really do believe that Zeke everybody talking friendly, but it's gonna be some real fights when we get out there. It's gonna be some real fights. Cause somebody gotta let Zeke know that I know what you trying to do. Cause if I'm playing defense, I'm knowing that you gonna try to lay the hammer on me. Like I already know that. So I'm already gonna be in that mode like, hey bro, we gonna lay the hammer on you. So what I wanna see with the return of Zeke is Zeke who? And I'm dead serious about that. What you think?
Wow. I wasn't expecting.
I'm dead serious. I ain't playing.
I wasn't expecting that. Honestly, I'm a Zeke fan, and I know business is. I said it. You know it. I spoke about it last year. I was mad when everyone was saying, get rid of Zeke. He's getting old, replace him with Pollard. I felt a way about it. I still feel a way about it. So I am going to appreciate them if they do, doing a moment of appreciation for Zeke. After that, yes, I agree. Cowboys get down to business, his game, and Zeke kind of alluded to the same thing. He said, I may do a good job of hiding them, talking about his emotions. There will be some emotions, but I've got to go out there and perform. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's a ball game. You do your pleasantries before. Hey, what's up? And we got to get down to business. You're my homeboy, but I got to run this ball past you. Or you're my homeboy, I got to stop you from making that run. Yeah. But it is going to be good to see Zeke back at AT&T Stadium.
I mean, I got my Stay Hungry joint on, so I ain't feeling like Boss now, man. Once the whistle blows, then I'll transition to like Boss.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the day before, Tuck. It's the day before. I already know, man. Let Zeke run over somebody. You gonna be like, man, same, bro.
So this what
if Zeke start doing this on us? What if Zeke start doing this on?
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I keep asking Cowboys Nation, like, y'all need to let me know. Are we not wearing Zeke jerseys at the game? Are we wearing? You know what I'm saying? I might need to unpack. You know what I'm saying?
We're not wearing it.
We're not wearing no Zeke. I'll get marked out if I wear a Zeke jersey. I hear it split. From the question I asked on Twitter, it seems split. That some Cowboys fans, they're gonna wear their Zeke jerseys to appreciate Zeke. Some are like, nah. So,
Well, because I feel like it's not. Zeke didn't leave on bad terms with the Dallas Cowboys as far as, he did something to us or the team or the organization. So that's kind of how I can feel the way I feel. He gave a lot of years to the Cowboys, a lot of great years, playing through injury the last couple of years. So I have a lot of respect for Zeke when it comes to that. So that's why.
I would say everybody get down how you get down. Ain't no, you can't judge me, I can't judge you, right? Because at the same time, like, I appreciate the hell out of Zeke. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of them things to where this was the mode of how I played. So I stay in that mode. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you the type of person that's just like, man, this is a game, and I still got appreciation for the people that bled for us, you ain't wrong for that. I'm just telling you how I'm going about it. I'm going to show my appreciations after the game. But
and that's not wrong. People have to do that. Some guys go into the game complete dog mode. Like, I'm going into the stadium with my shades, my hoodie. I don't want to speak to anybody. I'm not talking to the media. I'm not getting into all of that wordy stuff before the game. I'll talk to you afterwards. So I understand that side of it as well.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's just where I am. And then, real quick, did you have something else, Candy, or are we still talking about New England?
No, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to ask Tuck, and you, just kind of throwing it out there, like, just on some football, how you think Belichick getting ready to come at us?
Yeah, from an offensive standpoint, I think he's going to try to use the emotion of Zeke's return, right? So I know Belichick is spiteful, and he's going to try to use that as leverage, right? So getting Zeke involved early. If you watch the game last week versus the Jets, right, when they played against the Jets, it kind of hit a moment where it was like, because they have Stevenson's, but Zeke was actually getting some carries, and he was actually looking pretty good. So when they needed to get up out of there with a victory, they started feeding Zeke the ball. So I think that's really going to carry over to this week. So looking at my scouting report, which, CFO fam, if you're watching, we'll drop it tomorrow. But, some of the things I'm looking at, they're going to try to run the ball. And I feel like that's going to be the game plan versus the Dallas Cowboys moving on out. Let's get the run game involved and see what you can get away with and simplify the game for Mac Jones. I think you're going to see a heavy involvement of Zeke tomorrow early out the gate, just to text and see hey, did the Cowboys fix their issues from last week? So I expect to see heavy involvement from Zeke. But I also, like you said, boss, I expect our defense to come out and make a statement. Like I said, they're probably going to put Zeke on the jumbotron and welcome back Zeke and all that. But then after that, I think DeMarcus Lawrence is going to get in his mode. I think Hank is going to get in his mode. Mike is going to get in his mode and say, not today. Because the one thing that not only the Cowboys, but a lot of people that we'll probably talk about here soon is you better hope Zeke don't have a homecoming game. Because it's going to be a lot of crow to eat if he does. That allows that to happen. So
talk about that. No, you can't rush past. What you
here's all right. Well, so case in point, right? So, what was it? Monday? Oh, I don't remember, man. So I posted a video, right? And I just happened to say,
let me pull it.
All right, go ahead, pull it.
You can talk for a bit.
Yeah. So I happened to post a tweet on Twitter because a lot of people were having questions about the red zone. And remember, y'all, if you're watching and subscribe to my channel, I made this video 6 months ago. It's kind of a tribute to Zeke, saying before he left, right? So I vividly remember when I was cutting that film that all the touches and all the touchdowns were in the red zone. So I just posted and said, listen, I present to you what's missing in the red zone of J-Tuck film, post the video on Twitter, right? Didn't say anything about Zeke because if you follow my channel, I had a similar conversation about the red zone the week before Arizona, and what I was alluding to is getting Hunter Luepke more carries. So I was talking about the power game, right? But of course, right, some people see Zeke and their head set on fire. Tuck wants Zeke back. Tuck wants Zeke. Zeke only averaged 4.5 carries, and Tony Pollard's averaging 4.5 carries, 33 yards. They started throwing all these damn numbers at me.
Wow.
And I was like, and y'all can see there's no mention of Zeke. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see Zeke's name mentioned anywhere?
I don't see Zeke's name.
No.
I don't see Zeke's name in, but they took it and ran with it, right? Yeah, it hit a soft spot, right? So then what happens on Monday or yesterday, Tuesday, right? RG3 then goes on ESPN and he talks about what is missing Ezekiel Elliott from the run game.
Hold on, if you got a second, I can pull it, bro.
Okay, got you.
Oh, it keeps stalling for me, bro.
Yeah. So that's what really happened. Then RG3 went on TV and spoke about it. Then it caught a blaze where 105.3 the fans looked at them for mentioning me. But they kind of talked about it. But there's so many people that have this animosity towards Ezekiel Elliott, which I don't understand because, like Boss and Candy just said, he gave us everything when he was at Dallas. He played hurt. He played like I never had to worry about Zeke just taking games off. You know what I'm saying? Like he gave his 100 every time he's on the field. So there's so many people who have this narrative. He's washed. He's done. He's trash. He's garbage, and all these certain narratives. And what I was trying to say today on Twitter is like, what y'all better hope for, he don't go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because if he goes crazy on Sunday, I told him like Jay Tuck ain't gonna be able to save some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So let's say, for instance, Zeke goes for a cool little 115 and 2 touchdowns. It's going to be bad business for a lot of people. But I expect that the Cowboys defense to really come out and set the tone and not let that happen. Yeah. Because you like me, boss, I play sport. The one thing I could never allow, and salute to my homeboy John, he's been my best friend since I was like 5 years old. We played against each other. He can't get off on me. He can't.
Yeah, he can't. Not the homie.
He cannot. Not my homeboy. No. And I remember in high school we were playing, and my coach had someone else guarding him. And he was going off. He hit with like 4 for 4 from the 3-point line. I told my homeboy, I was like, "Listen, you're not switch. I got him." You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't about to go crazy on here. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like I know that the Cowboys love Zeke. They respect Zeke. He's still a fan favorite. He's also a teammate, locker room, but I don't expect our defense to let that happen. So, but like I said, if it happens, though, it's going to be a lot of crow to eat from a lot of people. So they better hope Dallas Cowboys defense look a lot better than they did last Sunday.
So I also want to play this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So is this it? I got it. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Tuck,
you don't get it. You'll get it right. You'll get it right. Yeah. So, like I said, I think that is going to be some excitement for Zeke's return. Now, here's me putting my Mike McCarthy on, right? Just knowing how our fan base is, how do I mitigate the excitement of Zeke's return? Well, I take the Zeke chant out the building and I replace it with the Deuce chant. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would strategically do, is get Cowboys fans excited about Deuce Vaughn, because if we're sitting back there, like I said, and Zeke is getting things moving, you know, we know how Cowboys fans are. See, man, we never should have. I mean, you know, and that's the one thing. Yeah, you know, so that's how they do, right? So it's like, you know, I think that Mike McCarthy's going to come out and get our running backs involved, get Tony Pollard involved, because the one thing you really can't sit back and allow is Zeke having a big day, and now we kind of looking side-eye at Tony Pollard like, because you're the one we should have moved on from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And see, check this out. And right now, I would say the answer is no. Tony Pollard looking good for RB1.
Right.
But ooh, to me, they giving him too many carries. That's another topic. But see,
it's a whole other topic.
That's a whole too many carries.
Man, they giving to me. It's too many.
Too early,
I think he looked better last game. I think he looked better last game.
Oh, he looked good. He looked good. He wearing
the first game. Him running up the middle was not
the business.
He was not getting very much yardage. Last game, he looked improved.
He was between them tackles and looking like a man. Like,
but you're gonna have to spell Tony Pollard though. You can't burn him out this early in the season.
Please don't burn him out.
Please don't burn him out. You can't.
And it was some goofy stuff they did with that too, like having them close out the game in the blowouts. That was like, bro, what are you doing? Like,
right. Those should have been the Hunters and the Deuces.
Yeah,
and the Ricos.
Right. Yeah. But see, I also want to kind of talk about something about your voice mattering, because that's one of the main reasons I want to have Tuck with us today, is because as I started, Tuck, you having an amazing week.
Appreciate you.
An amazing week. First, you was brought up, shout out to Jesse Holly, by name, right? On what was
Talking
the break?
Cowboys.
It was on the break or the
break.
Talk,
Cowboys
it was
break.
one of them. It was one of those shows. But I saw the clip, and he talked about you as boots on the ground. And then, like, literally 2 days later, Sean and RJ named you by name. Like, I got it right here, man. Hold on real quick. Let me just go ahead and play it. We gonna give you the full effect. Y'all give me a second.
Appreciate it.
And we gonna talk about this, though, because, see, this is important.
Robert Griffin III, RG3. He may be Superman, but he's also an idiot. Because he thinks the biggest problem the Cowboys have encountered, no more Zeke. They're not getting those 1.9 yards per carry anymore. He was on Get Up this morning.
Someone tweeted that yesterday. I don't know whether it was Jay Tuck or something. It's not Justin Tuck. But it was like Cowboys red zone problems. And if it's not that individual, I apologize for attributing that to you. But someone put out a little video of Zeke.
Oh, what was he talking about?
Physicality is what's missing.
Yeah, look, now.
That same video. So, and then people, you didn't say this, but people got to connect the dots. So RG3 talking about Zeke is the missing link to the red zone, when really you not. You just threw up a video that was real quick just to post something about your thoughts of power backs, but people connected it to Zeke. That's fine. But it's more about your using your voice. Can you talk about that? And then on top of that, just real quick, the fact that you didn't say this, but RG3 follows you. So the same things that you talked about, he then talked about, including Pitts, and we go get into that.
Yeah, so I think it really comes back to just having a ripple effect. And what people have to remember, before the pandemic started, I was just a Cowboys fan that was on Twitter. So, when we did the draft content with me, Boss, and the final word, a lot of people saw me talking about Dak Prescott, who we should draft. So a lot of things y'all see me do isn't new. I just now have a platform. But, I felt like when I was on the other side of the table, just being a passionate Cowboys fan, still going to the games, my voice wasn't being heard. I would call into radio shows, nothing, I would reach out to writers and radio people and media people on Twitter, and nobody would ever respond. And so it kind of sparked for me. It's like, listen, all right, well, fine. I'm just going to build my own platform. Now, it slowly took me a minute to build it, but now it's built to what we see today. And I think that, why you see me always on Twitter or always on Facebook or always watching Boss Cowboy and watching Candy Show and Law and list goes on and on, this interaction in the chat, is because I always just wanted to be someone of the people. You see what I'm saying? Because I amplify the people's voice. A lot of the times you see we might have an idea from one of the shows or collabs that me and Boss might be doing. We might grab something that you guys mentioned out the chat, but then it gets my gears rolling. But then if I know that I can put that online and it could go up to the chain to where it got to national media. I mean, that Kyle Pitts thing, which we'll talk about here in a second, was mega news yesterday. And I really didn't even say nothing about it. It was just me and Dez Bryant having a conversation. So, I really want people to understand is that it does have a ripple effect. And salute to, some of the people in my community. Like, I remember they were talking about this Kyle Pitts idea on Saturday when we're doing our live show. What I was saying is like, listen, y'all know I love Kyle Pitts and y'all, we can have him, let's work on it. But I'm focused on the game plan for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's nip this in the butt, right? But now people are saying like, well, damn, Tuck, they were talking about our story because of you. So, I don't ever want y'all to think, Cowboys Nation, that your voice doesn't matter. It's not just a catchy slogan when it comes to Boss. It absolutely do. Because I guarantee you, in that photo that Boss has posted with Kyle Pitts and Jerry Jones, it was on their desk. It got all the way to the top of the food chain. I can guarantee y'all that.
Fact.
And that's how crazy a small little idea got all the way up to the food chain. So that's Kyle Pitts, or that's Return of Zeke, right? But think about other things we can bring to their attention. Maybe the Kellen Moore situation that me and Boss talked about last year. So you really don't understand. So that's why it's important to create a ripple effect, because you never know who's watching. I know that RG3 follows me, but I didn't know he was watching me like that. Well, there was no reason to randomly mention Kyle Pitts and Zeke on a random Tuesday after the Cowboys just lost to the Arizona Cardinals. But for me posting that video and posting the video of Kyle Pitts, he probably sat back and saw, well, damn, maybe that is a reason. Let me look into that. And then he goes on ESPN, one of the biggest platforms, and echoes it, and then it's a wrap. So,
yeah, can I ask Tuck a couple of things real quick? So this is the thing, because I know she has some things she wanted to talk about real quick.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to keep the flow, but real quick, man, I want to just kind of talk about sometimes the backlash, like, because I see it. Like, I see the backlash that you're going through, bro. Like, the sneak dissing and that type of stuff. But, I know you don't care about that, but my thing is, like, what would you say to somebody that would say, first of all, how did the Kyle Pitts conversation happen with Dez that sparked all of this? And then second, what would you say to people that would be like, man, that's an impossible idea?
Yeah, so when it came to Dez, you guys know that he does the Twitter Spaces every Monday with Personal Corner. Salute to Personal Corner. So sometimes me and Dez will be in there just talking football, tossing ideas, and he's been talking about Kyle Pitts, and y'all know I'm a huge Kyle Pitts fan. So I was like, yeah, that's how we work it out. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about it online, and that's how it kind of transpires. Like, all right, Dez sees the same things in Kyle Pitts that I see. So that's how it really started. And so when RG3 went on TV talking about it, I just commented to Dez like, listen, it's starting to spread. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's not just Tuck and Dez talking about it on Twitter or on Twitter Spaces. Now we got RG3 on national TV talking about the idea. That's all I said. I never said yesterday, man, I got some inside news, Cowboys Nation, that the Cowboys are trying to make. Like, y'all know that's not even how I operate, right? I was just saying, Dez, like, yo, this Kyle Pitts to Dallas thing is picking up steam because they're talking about it on national television.
Right.
I didn't
just
even
connecting
see it. Yeah. That's all I said. I said this Dallas Cowboys, Kyle Pitts to Dallas Cowboys thing is picking up steam, right? So every other media outlet and reporter, they all just grabbed that and just ran with it and made their own story. So that's what really transpired. And I do have to give credit to, Mike Fisher. He was one of the only reporters, and y'all know how me and Mike Fisher, we kind of bumped heads, but he respectfully reached out to me, asked me, what's going on? What are you hearing? I told him a story. He was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. He went on his channel and explained to all his viewers, like, Tuck and Dez were just having guy talk like me and Boss do every day on Twitter, and everyone else just grabbed it and ran away with it. There was never no indication of me saying the Cowboys picked up the phone and called and made a dial or anything like that. So that's what really happened with the Kyle Pitts situation. Now, when it comes to being a target, it is frustrating, but I will say, Cowboys Nation, I make that sacrifice for you guys, and once again, what is it really representing is that here's this guy from Kansas City who was just a Cowboys fan, but all of a sudden he's being mentioned amongst draft greats, right? Draft analysts have been doing it for 35 years, and then you see Jay Tuck in the comments, right? Or you might see Jay Tuck mentioned amongst reporters who've been doing it for X amount of years, but there's Jay Tuck in the comments, right? And so what they're really trying to do, I feel like, and I said it this morning, is I never see those types of people saying, hey, actually Tuck was right on this Marquise Bell thing. Actually, Tuck was kind of right on DeMarion Overshawn. Like they never give me any credit for that. The only time I see these people when they're trying to suppress me and come at me to kind of cut the head off. And I feel like what they feel like is if they cut the head off, the body will die. And what do I mean by the body is that's Candy, that's Boss, that's the people watching the show right now. So you know what? I want to start my own channel and uplift my voice, right? So they feel like if they can kill me and kill my voice, they can kill your voice. But the problem is I'm always on a swivel and I'm always like 5 steps ahead and just haven't figured out how to do it yet. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about me. It's about the people coming up behind me. Just like Shango and Law and West Coast and Mark Holmes laid the foundation for me, I'm laying the foundation for the people coming behind me, the landlords, the Hennies, the Ernie, like those types of people, and they're trying to make an example out of me. So that's why I feel like I get some of the hate, but I feel like I'm in a position where I'm strong enough that I can take those bullets for everyone else, for everyone in my chat, for everyone in Boss's chat, everyone in Kenny's chat who has a voice that has something to say about the Cowboys, because people don't understand. These are the people who are flying out. Y'all know I'm flying out from Kansas City to Dallas, or flying out around the world. I met Candy for the first time in Tampa at the playoff game, spending our hard-earned money, traveling, hotels, all this stuff to see our Cowboys team play. She deserves a right to voice her opinion. I deserve a right to voice my opinion. You guys in the chat deserve a right to voice your opinion. We all bleed and sleep this Dallas Cowboys team that we're passionate about. All we want to do is win. So that's why you never see me, I'm going to push back on your idea. But if you talk to me, I'm going to listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to listen. I'm going to hear you out because I understood what that feels like. And I just feel like for some people, they just haven't gravitated and understood the power of what we do in our community. And all I'm really asking for is respect.
And then somebody said, we almost had a guy like Pitts with John Stevens.
So funny you mentioned that, right? So I said the same exact thing, and that's when the shots got fired at me. It's just like, are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, no, John Stevens reminded me a lot of Kyle Pitts when I was at camp. I said the same thing. I said, we had our Kyle Pitts in Dallas. He tore his ACL, unfortunately. Stevens was going to be that guy. Now, how do I know Stevens was going to be that guy? Well, because I was boots on the ground. I made my own sacrifices, and I flew out to Oxnard myself to watch for myself. You know what I'm saying? So and I don't even know that person just made that comment.
It's not even far-fetched. That's the problem.
Right.
That's what I didn't like about the sneak diss that happened to you. Like, we classy, so we ain't gonna call nobody out.
Right.
We not blind either to where it was disrespectful. And this is the deal. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna just be so 100 on this because I ain't got a fake on this topic. There's an etiquette. See, because I was writing for a couple of media companies. I'm not gonna say their names, but I wrote for them. And one of the things that happened is they sent us kind of like what really the protocols are with the media. It's a certain way you're supposed to address people. And we are media. See, like, and real people know that, respect that, and say that, and treat us as such. You know what I mean? Because we are doing the work of media. We building our own contacts, our own relationships, our own sources. We be having backdoor channels. We be having all kind of stuff that y'all got to work for. We work for too. You know what I'm saying? So to see that, it's like, nah, bro, like, this is the bottom line I got to say to any media person that takes shots at any one of us. This is what I got to say. If you come at Candy, if you come at Tuck, you coming at the whole UN. There is no way I'm going to tell everybody right now, there is no way I'm going to let anybody comfortably just attack any one of us. Because if we let Russia, right, just go in Ukraine and they are part of the Treaty of New Media, then it's not safe for any one of us. It's like, nah, we go stick together on this. So we go be respectful, but it's gonna come a time to where we not. So I'd rather us be respectful first, stay respectful, so that we can all work together. That's my honest to God opinion. My second thing I'm gonna say, because I know I'm being long-winded, but this is important to me. That's why Jay Tuck is here. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real. This is a very big deal, because this is also, in my opinion, Candy, teaching us how to move. Like, I really want y'all to realize that Jay Tuck doesn't even like Twitter.
But he's so good at it.
He don't even like Twitter, but this is what he does. He works. So I said this yesterday, and I did notice something, and I just kept it real, man. I just got tired of talking soft to the people that follow us, and I just said it like a man, bro. Let me say y'all what I said, and I mean it. If Jay Tuck cut up all his video and Candy cut up all his video and do all this massive research and do an hour show breaking down what happened with Arizona and what happened in the red zone, the real story, not spin, the real story and how to fix it, and we don't hit a like or a share, it's no way to say it, but man, you freeloading. You freeload. So that type of person is watching but not participating. You know what I mean?
Boss, they're saying something. Your mic's low.
My mic's low. Let me turn me up. I know how to turn me up. Let me turn me up, because I think I'm cooking right now.
Yeah, you cooking. I want to make sure they hear everything. I want to hear all the sauce.
All right, give me a second.
If not, don't worry about it.
I'm back. I should be louder now.
It's better.
Oh, it's better. All right.
Yeah, keep cooking.
So this the deal, man. Like, I was insulted, like literally, when I saw, first of all, I was like, listen, man, it insults me that people still act like they don't matter, Candy. Like, Jay Tuck started a conversation that went everywhere, and he don't even care about Twitter. He just share it.
Yes.
He just shared his thought and moved on. I called Tuck and said, hey, bro, I just want to let you know they talking about you right now on the fan. He said, huh? I said, yeah, bro, they talking about. I said, it's at 8:44. He said, okay. I called him back. I said, hey, bro, I just want to let you know, yeah, they really are talking about you. He was like, yeah, oh, yeah. And then he went. He was like, yeah, damn. He said, where this come from? I say, bro, your tweet. You know what I'm saying? And he said, okay, let me go check, because he deleted Twitter.
I had deleted Twitter yesterday. I was done with those. Like, I don't want to be on Twitter no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
so Boss AB re-download Twitter to find out what was going on, because everyone was like, you're going crazy on Twitter right now. And I was like, you know, so, you know, I guess I'm kind of stuck with it, unfortunately, but, you know.
But this is my point, the big point. Your voice matter, man. Your voice matter, like, and this is how to do it. It's not just that your voice matter. How do you do it? Because, see, I know what happens. A lot of y'all will share, like, one of our videos, right? And you'll say, man, nobody liked it. Nobody said nothing. This was a waste. No, it wasn't. When more people do it, it registers as a trend.
Right.
So it's almost like being a voter. Right, where you think your one vote don't matter, and actually by itself it doesn't, but it matters when it adds up.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, if all of us bought in and saw, let's say, when Tuck or Candy did a video that you knew was telling the truth on something that was gonna fix us, and you do nothing, you don't share it, you don't put it in no groups, you don't hit the like, you do nothing, you don't believe you matter. And I'm honestly sick of us not thinking we matter when it's too much evidence that we do.
Right. And to kind of echo what you said, boss, right? So case in point, I have about 24,000 followers on Twitter. Those videos did almost 1 million apiece, right? but out of those people, they're probably like 1 million apiece for both of those videos, right? There are still a massive amount of people who follow me on Twitter who don't know I even have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And had no clue, And so it's like, they're missing out on the real meat and potatoes of what we do day in, day out. Because if you were to watch my video, because 30,000 people watched the Red Zone video from last week, they knew Tuck was talking about unleashing Hunter Luepke. That was the title of the video, but a lot of people just saw Zeke and ran with it. So, all I ask is just to respect what we do in our communities. A lot of sacrifices that everyone puts in. It's a lot of hard work. Y'all see this amazing show and all these graphics and everything that Boss is doing right now. There's no team. Boss has his hands on buttons right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When y'all say turn Boss's mic up, he don't have no producer to turn his mic up. He gotta fix that while trying to still run a show. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people just don't understand the sacrifices that are made day in and day out. And what I was saying earlier is just like, how did I close the gap on a lot of people as content wise? It's because I work day in and day out. That's how I changed it. I was doing live shows, 5-hour shows, Twitter space, like everywhere there was something Cowboys related, you saw me. I would do 4 shows back to back to back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? So, but people don't see that. People see the success, but they don't see all the hard work it really took to build what we're building in our community. That's why I say just respect it. Treat us with the same respect. And what I really didn't like was they called RG3 and people like me ignorant for the Zeke comments, but someone else who they kind of respect actually said, no, I agree with RG3 is kind of saying. They left it alone.
No sneak dissing.
Which is crazy because they knew they followed you.
No shots take. Go ahead, Candy.
No, they just left it alone.
Which is crazy because, if they follow this channel and did their research just a little bit, they know that these posts of his come from research and being on the ground working, not just out of the air.
Right.
YouTube was like these things are just out of the air. It's
I posted the Hunter Luepke video under the Zeke video because people were asking, like, so what are you saying? I'm like, this is what I'm saying. We need to get back to power football, and we need a power runner. And I feel like Hunter Luepke is that power runner that can replace the void of what we lost in Ezekiel Elliott. That's all I was trying to say.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you weren't wrong. So
not at all. And this is the thing. Well, I put it like this. He wasn't even talking about Zeke. Like, that's another thing. But that's a whole nother story. My main thing is, man, first of all, I want to just again show you honor, bro. I don't think we do this enough. Like, I think too many times people do things awesome like what's happening to you, and then people don't say anything. They act like they don't see it. Like, it's to me disingenuous to see your name on a crazy level this week. That didn't happen to nobody in our space like this. Nobody in our space had their name in national circles like you this week, bro. It was retarded. Like, forgive me for using that word, because that can be offensive to some people. I don't mean it in that way. But man, just shout out to you, bro. And I want to openly say it, bro. Like, you the man, bro. You the man. And we greatly appreciate your work. And yes, you do deserve respect. And keep going, bro. I want to say that before we get back into football.
And that's why I kind of call myself the Joker, man. Because at the end of the day, y'all, I'm just having fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm just having fun. I am playing with house money. If things stop today, bro, I've done further than what I had imagined when I first opened up my laptop. You know what I'm saying? For the fact that I'm playing, Madden with my all-time favorite Cowboys player who, I threw up the X. I wore Dez Bryant socks at my wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I you know what I'm saying? So that's the type of level of my appreciation for Dez. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fault people there. You know what I'm saying? Now to be where I can just reach out to them and get information, we talk back and forth and play video games, I would have told you that's crazy if you had told me 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's the power of affirmations, believing in yourself, investing in yourself, and just rolling up your sleeves, making sacrifices and working hard for your vision. And I'm not going to let anyone suppress my vision, and I'm not going to let anyone suppress the visions of others coming behind me, and also my counterparts, new media, content creators. We are here to stay, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon. It's going to be another J Tuck, another Boss Cowboy tomorrow. New channel every day.
So
You know what I'm saying? Every time I turn on YouTube, I see a new channel. And guess what? When I see a new channel, they might have 5 subscribers, but J Tuck might pop in their chat and say, "What's up, bro? Keep going. Keep going."
And the last thing I'm gonna say is stop the sneak. Just stop the sneak dissing, man. We all cool.
Right.
We all got respect for each other.
Right.
Like for real. Like
Mhm.
most 99% got respect, but just chill out. Everybody chill out.
Right.
And I
Right.
do want to say that because I do know they listening. Like
Right.
just chill out. Like we
You
all
can be against ideas, but you do not have to suppress other people to
Right.
build up your idea. You know what I'm saying? Me and Boss and Candy might disagree on something, but I'm not gonna make Candy look stupid just to make myself look better. I might say,
Yeah.
okay, Candy, you think that we should have Zeke back over Pollard? Okay, well, I don't agree with you, but let me kind of check and see where you're coming from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me hear
Yeah.
more about this.
a
I ain't gonna
respectful
be like,
way of
"Ah,
disagreeing.
Man,
This
we
is
got these
crack.
stupid
This is
people."
cocaine.
Yeah,
This is
you know,
weird. He's
right?
goofy.
Yeah, we got.
What a
yeah,
dumb
And at the end
take.
of the day,
Right.
there's no
Shut up.
consensus. We can just agree to disagree and respect
Right,
each
yeah.
other's opinion.
Yeah, 'cause-
Exactly.
yeah.
So the same kind of cursor they show each other, show us. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, the
So-
thing is, I gotta say one more thing, bro. Fuck it. For real. Like, I gotta say this. I'm dead ass on this.
Bring it real back. 50 speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
I'm gonna say the real shit right now. A lot of these people don't have the nerve to even talk down on you, big dog. I'm gonna say it, man. Let's say, cause somebody gotta say it, bro. See, cause Tuck ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. When Tuck go to his corporate job, you call him VP. Do you understand? See, cause I've been in sales before. When we used to have to go to the kickoff meetings, the VPs was up there like the president. So when everybody gotta stand to attention when J Tuck come in the building. So and it's not even just the clout of his title. He's very successful. You know what I mean? So
Right.
to make insults and sneak this is when this dude making 5 times what you make. Like, I gotta say it. I'm speaking my mind today, bro. Tuck ain't gonna
Go
say
ahead,
it.
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say it, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say
Bring
it.
it real back. 50 speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
It's more than one reason to respect, not just him, all of us. You don't know none of our background. You don't know
Right.
that I was number one before. You don't know
Right.
that I have multiple business. You don't know nothing.
Right.
These are side hustles for us that we do well.
Right.
Yeah.
These are
Tax write-offs.
this is stuff we do because we just love the Cowboys, bro. Come
We
on.
do it.
And then y'all
Yeah.
do this full time and we knowing more than you or just as much as you, bro. Everybody just chill out, like for
Right.
real. And I just want to say that, man. Like,
Bring it real back. 50 speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
yeah,
And I was going to say all that, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? People don't understand.
He's like, I wasn't gonna get it
I
off.
know you would, but
People
somebody
don't
have to
understand
say
what-
it, bro. You
But
feel
people
me?
really don't understand what goes on behind the scenes. People think I just really be on Twitter all day just chilling. Like, no, bro, I be closing mega billion-dollar deals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm
Bro.
not just, you know, like, if you looked on me on LinkedIn, you probably see a completely different profile. You don't even think that was me. But what I'm trying to say is it's the passion that keeps us ahead of the curve, right? And I said this right on Twitter.
Perfect.
I wasn't getting paid big money from the radio station to cover the draft, even though it was here in Kansas City. Why I came out guns blazing and smoked the draft the way, you know what I'm saying, pat on myself back, the way that I did this year is because I walked out of Levi Stadium out there in San Francisco with my head down after we lost to them the second time in a row. And I said, I'd be damned. I'm about to turn every stone to help this Dallas Cowboys team be better for next year because I'm sick of this happening. That's it. It wasn't like I was getting, you know what I'm saying? If I was just doing content and draft content for just the love of the radio, I could have did 1 or 2 rounds and kind of just danced my way through day 3 and be perfectly fine. No, I was looking at Ivan Pace. I was looking at every film video. Like, I was obsessed with it because I was trying to find solutions for my Dallas Cowboys because I love and bleed this team just like everybody up watching this show right now. That's the difference. It's not a job for me. It's a passion.
Yep. It's
And
a
when
passion.
someone's more passionate about you, you can't. When
Can't
someone
stop
wants
us.
it more than you can't stop it.
You can't stop
You
us,
can't
bro.
stop it.
Nope. Love it, Tug, man. I know we talked a long time, Candy. Thank you for being so patient. What's on your mind?
It's okay.
Thank you.
It's okay. No, since you were going in, I was letting you have your moment.
Thank
You had your mojo going, and I know that's something that you have been speaking about, and you really wanted to give Jay Tuck his flowers, which he does deserve. And hopefully the haters fall back a little bit, but if not, it's okay.
They are. Everybody cool now. We just for real. No, it is. Everybody cool.
Here's the thing. I play it cool when the haters come at me, but the last thing they want me to do is switch that mode because I can switch right on one.
I've seen that on Twitter a bit. I've seen that. He's like, receipts. Receipts.
Listen,
this is not the Jay Tuck I met in Tampa. Who is this?
Jay Tuck is real life the Joker. Like, for real. Like, and that's why I'm trying to tell everybody, you better treat us like we the UN. You better, man. Like, for real. Because, see, I know Tuck. I know me. It's like, bro, we independent, bro. So we go there. You know what I mean? We go really go there, bro. We could, like, and we could expose a lot. You know what I mean? We let boys make it. You know what I mean? So, like,
and every time I call boss, like, bro, what boss? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Two-Face, a coin flip. Like,
bro.
Because honestly, this morning when I got those shots and I saw it, I was about to go completely different mode. I called boss this morning early. It was like 5:30 when I talked to you, something like that. It was like, bro, I was in the gym.
Yeah.
He was like,
it was like,
it was 4. Yeah, it's like 4. Yeah, he's like, calm down. Let's just plan this out. Because I was getting ready to
get the
gasoline tanks. And it's like,
set it ablaze.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Say, and yeah, it's just what it is. Like, so I think everybody cool though. Everybody cool. You know what I'm saying? We got the message out there. We all cool. Just, it's one of those things. I like the hate that you're going through because that just means you're a threat. I know you don't see yourself as a threat, but you are. Because he is. And this is what I told Tuck today. Tuck is the king of Twitter. Tuck is the best follow on Twitter for Cowboys. The best. Entertaining, smart, funny, like very well-rounded, non-stop. He like a Uzi, bro. Like Uzi. Like, I be like, man, I know I'm good at Twitter, but man, this dude, like, for every 3 quality tweets, he got 20. You know what I mean? So his mind, like, you gifted. You know what I mean? So to just rock with somebody that's the king of that space like that, and I really do mean that, you the king of that space, like, for us, for people that know what they looking at. I share you more than anybody.
Appreciate it.
So anyway, man,
that's why I stick around for y'all. You know, stick around for y'all, but it's just like,
because he really got off of Twitter.
Don't delete Twitter again, please.
No, he got off of Twitter. See, at the end
I've deleted Twitter so many times, and I feel like every time I delete Twitter, I end up hitting something big one. That whole Brittany Rayner situation, I didn't have it. I deleted it off my phone because honestly, I'm not a social media person. To be honest with y'all, like, if I wasn't doing Cowboys content, I wouldn't have any social media. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I got so many different things going on. I'd rather just dictate my focus towards that, right? So, that's kind of where I'm at. It's just like, you know what? But I understand the value of it in the space that we do, and I also understand the importance of it to so many people. As soon as I tell people I'm done with Twitter, I get so many inbox phone calls like, bro, don't leave. I'm like, just follow someone else. Like, nah, man, it's different. It's not the same. I was like, I was like, so.
But I know that feels good to know that you're appreciated in the hard work.
Right.
Despite the naysayers or whoever, that your hard work doesn't go unnoticed and is much appreciated. And if you were to leave, it would be missed. So please don't, obviously.
Yeah, I do it for y'all, man. I do it for y'all. Everyone's in the chat like, Tuck started that Kyle Pitts talk. I know, you know what I'm saying?
He did.
And then,
it's not your fault.
And here's the thing, Cowboys Nation who follows me, they know if you see Kyle Pitts and the Cowboys, it came from me. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been on it for, that's why I put my T-shirt on when I went to the gym. I had that T-shirt for the draft. You know what I'm saying? So
the pitch track.
The pitch track.
Man, man, dope.
Well, speaking of viral moments, we can take it to a lighter note. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. How do you guys feel about the Taylor Swift bit? Are we tired of it? Like, what's going on with that? Why she want to speak on it first?
Speaking of Twitter and viral moments, there's two mobs I will never deal with ever again on Twitter, and that's the Swifties and the Beehive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tread lightly. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go at Jerry Jones than go at some Swifties. But I'll say this: like, I personally, if you told me to name 5 Taylor Swift songs, I couldn't get it. You know what I'm saying? But being here in Kansas City, it's a mixed review, right? Because it's like, it's too Hollywoodish for Kansas City, because Kansas City is very blue collar. You know, they like what they got. You know what I'm saying? They really don't like a lot of star, you know what I'm saying, attraction at Arrowhead Stadium, because it's dirty, it's grimy. Like, Arrowhead Stadium is by far my favorite football stadium I ever been to. Like, I love it because it's just football. You know what I'm saying? So to see, you know, Swifties now and Chiefs gear and all sorts of stuff, like, Chiefs fans ain't rocking with it. But I'll tell you this, Travis Kelce, you better tread lightly, because if this relationship doesn't end well, they coming for you. You think the Raiders fans is bad? They coming for you, bro.
I tell you what, I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna be quick because the chat's saying they don't care. They don't care about it. I'm gonna be real quick on this. I'm gonna be real quick to answer this question, and then we gonna go right back to the Cowboys, because people say they want to talk about linebacker. I got you. It's a whole lot. Yeah, but see, this is the thing about the Taylor Swift. It's good for the NFL. And it's one of those things that the NFL is late. They late. Jerry Jones been on this publicity forever. He been running this Kardashian model forever.
Exactly.
They basically accidentally figured out what he been doing forever. So, but I see a lot of people asking about linebacker. So, Candy and yeah. Oh, you want to get to the super chats? Let's go.
Let's hit them.
Let's get to the super chat. Then we go to linebacker. I promise.
Super chat.
Sweet discussions.
Right. Oh my God! All right, let's go. All right, I got 2 super chats right here, man. Appreciate y'all with the super chat love, and then we can do whatever after that. Talk about these linebackers, and then whatever. Okay. But check this out. He say, "Love the content. Keep up the outstanding work, man. I appreciate that, bro." And then Chris 214 said, "Narratives in Dallas is one hell of a drug." That's true. That's true. Like, it's and that's what I meant on that Taylor Swift. Like, Jerry Jones is the master of publicity. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things that he got people drunk on our content.
Yeah, I got one super chat. My guy, One Hand Bandit, appreciate you, bro. Says, "We love you, Tuck. If you ever need some time off, I support you 100%. Appreciate y'all, man. I do it for y'all. I mean, I took some time. I took a 2 days off one day at a time, right? Like that. So, you know, but like I said, y'all keep me going, man. For me, it's fun. And they always say, right, when you're doing something you're passionate about, you never work another day in your life. And that's how I feel when it comes to it. It's like, I'm just not, this doesn't work to me. You know what I'm saying? So I can go all day.
Yeah. So, but speaking of linebacker,
all right, let's get to it.
I said today, and I want to get y'all thoughts on this. It's, to me, time for a couple of things. First of all, it's time for a discussion of Harper getting some reps. I want to get your thoughts on that, like, because I know you comb through the film like I comb through the film. Mm-hmm. When you watch it on game day, sometimes it's hard to determine, like, who's the person that was really dropping the ball versus Arizona. Mm-hmm. So going into New England, and we all done broke down the tape. I know you don't watch the tape a lot. I done watched at least 4 times and cut it up a lot. So when I'm looking at those linebackers, it wasn't the defensive tackles. It was the linebackers that was just really just getting us gashed. So when you see a performance like that, like, what's your thoughts on Harper getting some tick? And then Candy, I want to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, so if we go back to my scouting report on Saturday versus Arizona, I talked about them wanting to get the outside edges and the perimeter, because I feel like that's the real weak spot of the Dallas Cowboys defense. I know a lot of people thought it was in the defensive tackles, but those runs wasn't in the interior. It was on the outside with the counters and sweeps and different things of that nature, right? So I feel like when it comes to our linebackers, Overshown was a big loss, y'all. I'm going to be honest, like, Overshown was a big loss because what we lost at linebacker is really team speed. And at team speed, especially when you're getting gashed on the outside, you need guys that can float the ball quickly. And LVE, I mean, at this point, we kind of know who he is. I expected Clark to be a lot better than what he's shown thus far, but I just feel like sideline to sideline, it just isn't there. And that's where the Cardinals really took advantage. So I would possibly consider Harper. I know some people are asking for trade options. I haven't dug that deep. But also, man, I'm saying there's a guy number 11. You might got to step back for me, bro. You might got to step back for me, bro, because it's like when it comes to Michael just being an edge rusher or a pass rusher, he's able to really locate easily versus going back to him being a chess piece. And I feel like right now the team speed would be a lot better if you had Micah flowing on that second level, getting to the ball carrier. So that's kind of my ideas right now. I think they're going to stick with LVE and Clark, but from the 3 showings that we've seen in probably the last 3 games or so, it just didn't feel the way it felt when Overshown was out there. I know they're trying to use Marquise Bell as a hybrid as well, but he got picked up on a few protections as well and got picked up and allowed a big run. So I don't know. I think they're going to go with LVE and Clark, but I think they should give Harper a look, but it's like, when would they do it? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that, Ken?
We spoke about this a little bit last week, and that was one of my pet peeves over the last couple of games, that the quarterback is so easily able to hit those outside edges, and it's okay. And I thought, LVE looks a bit quicker, but like Jake said, with LVE right now, it is what it is. His capability is his capability, and sometimes he just gets smoked on the outside edge. So I think that we do need to look at some other options there.
Yeah, I think it's time for competition.
Yeah.
It was that bad to me. It was really, really that bad to me. And I said one more thing that I want to get your thoughts about, and then we can get on the phone. And I mean this when I said this. I want to get your thoughts on this. I said when a professional NFL individual has a bad game, then that player is held accountable. When an entire unit has a bad game, and especially multiple, then coaching should be the new focus. The Dallas linebacker unit was out of position in a lot, and assignment pool versus Arizona. Coach is on watch, and I think we got to start putting coach on watch. I'm also gonna be balanced and say this: I think everybody should get one bad game, even coaches. Maybe even 2. To where your guys look like they was off. I might give you that just once because every one of us have bad weeks. But at what point do it start getting loud about the linebacker room? Because it was atrocious what I saw out there. Like, when do we start?
Well, I was ringing I was ringing in at camp. So, you know what I'm saying? I was ringing at camp, right? Because it's just like, I felt like even with Overshown still in kind of the mix, it's just like, you need more. You just needed more. And then when Overshown went down, like, we kind of leaned on Clark. Is he going to really emerge in his second year? And then LVE, once again, we know who he is. Then you have Harper. Then you kind of convert the Marquise Bells or whatever. So I feel like the linebacker room was a room that we should have addressed it before the season even started. But now I'm looking at the market, I just don't see it available. So, when it comes to Coach McCurley, I feel like he's going to be safe because what they're going to aim for is like, okay, well, our defense kind of improved in the second half. But, at the end of the day, LVE is supposed to be our veteran guy. He's supposed to be the middle linebacker. There shouldn't be any out of positions with LVE. So it's like, all right, if you're not going to be able to lead and be the green dot guy and make sure everybody's in proper alignment and really quarterback this defense, and you don't give me the sideline, now we have to look at you a little bit differently. Like, do you just go with youth because you're going to get that speed out there? So I think, like I said, they're going to stick with LVE and Clark, but you got to give Harper and some of the younger guys a chance to really go, and you want them to get ready for rest of the season. Because here's the real problem, we'll talk about it probably here in a second, is we got to get a return on our investment in our draft class, y'all. And right now, we're getting zero interest from our draft class from this season.
From this season, okay.
From this year. You know what I'm saying? So because you think about it, right? Schoonmate, or say Mozzie, yeah, okay. Schoonmaker, he saw a touchdown, but it really hasn't been that big return on investment. You lost Overshown. Deuce was inactive pretty much in getting carries. You had Eric Scott was inactive. Awesome Richards didn't play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know they're younger guys, but we're going to need a lot more of those guys to really step up. I think the only real rookie that showed some promise thus far has been Hunter Luke. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, around week 5, week 6, somebody needs to join the party. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like some of our younger guys are really need to cut their teeth a lot quicker than we expected.
Yeah. Mike McCarthy's taking his time with them young bulls. He really is.
Right.
He taking his sweet time.
Right.
Amp said our linebackers and safeties too light in the ass. Candy.
I just see it as like with our tight end situation, we spoke about their poor performance in week 1, and then it was better, and then last game we kind of had that same issue. So I think when you see these problems early on, especially like last game, then it needs to be addressed. And if that's a coaching matter, then so be it. But we do need to look at other options. We can't just look the other way like we did with the tight ends. Now we're back here at the tight end conversation because it's like, why are we having these shots? We can't have these. We need someone in the end zone that's going to be able to make the plays. Just like we're going to need linebackers, to keep the quarterbacks from going outside. And if we're not having that, it is time to look at other options. And if they want to put Harper in there, why not? We're doing it at running back. That first game we had Turpin at running back. It seems like we're comfortable with switching things around. So let's switch things around and see.
That's real. That's so real. Because, see, this is the thing. Last year, we was experimenting with corner 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So what make LV like? He's the leader. He's the leader. And I'm not even feeling that green dot. And I'm gonna tell you why. I think we got options. Like for
you can put Curse at it.
Right. So Curse was the green dot year 1. You telling me he couldn't be the green dot year 3?
Right.
I'm not gonna keep you on the field because you got the title. You ain't like, we not protecting you because you pat defensive tackles on the booty and say scoot over. Like, come on, bro. Like, no, you gotta make plays out there. Like, I'm serious. And then, dog, when was the last time you saw that big old dude lay some wood? Like, come on, bro. You never hit nobody hard at linebacker.
Right. And you're not a coverage guy. You're not a sideline guy. And you remember the whole conversation in camp, right, was about LVE rushing off the edge. We haven't seen that. So it's like, as they say in Office Space, what is it that you say you do? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this week our linebackers are going to be better just for the simple fact that New England doesn't have the team speed. But not to look past this week, we about to get into the trenches where it's going to be some talent. It's going to be ramped up a little bit. Yeah. So we got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure it out. We got to figure it out.
And what scares me about that is letting these quarterbacks get that outside leverage. Who do we have? Diggs isn't back there anymore to possibly protect us. So we have to switch things around immediately because we're seeing changes in the backfield with our defense. We need to switch things up in, the linebacker room just to stop things from going downfield. Like, let's nip that in the bud now.
I agree. And see, check this out. My boy Thomas said, how can we expect work from our young linebackers if the vets are subpar? Ain't nobody in the room following LVE. And hold on real quick. My boy said, I like that gold Mike. That gold Mike is dope. I got to give you props on that. That gold Mike, you killing it with that. I need to get me one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's a cold prop. Look at that.
I actually use it to sing our theme song.
Oh, yeah. For those you don't know, that's Candy singing in the beginning. For real. She got it like that. Yeah. But see, check this out. He said, boss, mighty funny how we got Wilson back, then our run fits are off. And for some reason, LV bad play is going down. And see, I don't know if I want to connect the dots to Wilson to run fits, because to me, run fits, especially with LVE, he's supposed to be the guy over there. Now,
Right.
Wilson is going to be the quarterback at the back end, but you might have a point, but I'm not going to just fully connect those dots like that's the secret ingredient of what caused those run fits to be out. But I think that's a very good thought and something to keep my eye on. My thing, if we kind of being real about Donovan Wilson, man, who played better and who looked better between Thomas and Wilson? I'm going to go with you, Tuck, on this.
And here's my real problem with what happened on Sunday. We got Donovan Wilson back, so we had some veteran guys, even though Deron Bland was playing outside. There was a lot of miscommunication. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, not with our veteran guys out there. It's like, y'all should be buttoned up. So even with the play action that caught Malik Hooker, you know, it wasn't really Malik's fault, but there's a miscommunication and left somebody wide open. So, you know, I don't know, man. Thomas, like sometimes you have to go with the best player. You know what I'm saying? With the best player and toss out contracts and talk about who's been there. Like, you really have to just look at your roster and says, you know what? This guy ain't been getting a lot of reps, right? But he looks, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looks ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, but just knowing how the Cowboys think, I don't think they're going to give Harper the shot that he deserves. But man, it's like we're kind of sitting back now thinking, I mean, it would have been nice if we had Brillo still. You know what I'm saying? It would have been nice if we had some more to kind of lean on. But now that roster is thin at the linebacker room, so they're going to have to fix it.
I'm going to tell you this, Tuck, and I'm keeping it real, bro. You showed that our voice matters, and the ground is swelling against LVE, bro. There's no way we could all speak with the same voice and then eventually something don't happen. You know what I mean?
It took a minute because he was protected. Cowboys Nation,
and he's still protected.
Very much so. Very much so.
We know y'all trying to insulate.
Very
LVE.
much so. And if we're being honest, I feel like when we got rid of Jalen Smith, I'm like,
right?
What about LVE?
I remember you, boss. You remember when I posted that about LVE? You remember when I posted those stats about LVE and Jalen Smith, and I took the names off of them, and everyone was talking about how LVE stats was worse, but they caught on, was like, no, actually the other, like, nah, bro, nah.
He was and is being protected. Like, who's favorite?
Right.
LVE, you know, he's like a nice guy, but on the field, like, for real, whose favorite are you?
Oh my God! I got a couple of super chats, and I got Coach Fowler. That's Dante Fowler dad. He said LV doesn't need to be rushing off the edge. Now this is a coach. All right, so this ain't just a player's dad. This is somebody who's talking about the game. This is his opinion. This is not putting his son out there, you know. But this is a coach giving you his opinion. That's why I always address him as Coach Fowler. You know.
Right.
Said the linebackers are being coach soft. I knew it. I said the same thing. He said the linebackers are being coach soft and just watch the tape. That's coaching. I don't want to hear no. I said, Coach, I swear I said the same thing. I said we got to look at Scott. Cause see, and Coach, I want to get your opinion on this. I really do mean this when I say this, that when a player is playing bad, you hold him accountable. But when the unit is bad, you got to look at that coach. I want to get your opinion on that, Coach, like real talk. But then we got us a super chat that came from Smoke, and he said, oh yeah, Wanye Thomas played a lot the first 2 weeks. He was all over the place. Now nothing. And no Turpin or Deuce sighting either way. This was just a weird game. See, when you talk about offense, that offense is different. Defense, that's a different story. But the offense, I do understand Mike McCarthy kind of scaling down that playbook, bro. If you really go look at Chuma at that left, Dak didn't need to do a bunch of 5-step and 7-step drops. Just keeping it real.
Right.
Because Dak was barely getting that ball out and getting hit like a muffin. And then, go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say, and that's what I wanted to see when I tweeted. It's like, all right, this is what I'm really going to see what Mike McCarthy's really about, because we know this was Kellen. Oh, Dak would have been just dropping back 5-step drops. So it's like, all right, I see. I see that Mike McCarthy was smart enough to kind of know, all right, bro, my offensive line is hella limited. We cannot put our quarterback in that situation. So I understand the changing game plan. And honestly, I think he called a good game outside the red zone, to be honest with you.
Oh, Tuck, can we talk about that? And
Are we to talk about the red zone?
Red zone.
Okay, we can talk about the red zone.
Please.
But see, this is the thing. I want to talk about all the football. You know what I mean? Because see, when we look at all the football, the boogeyman is not real. Now, if we focus on the red zone, it's gonna become a boogeyman conversation. So when you look at what Mike McCarthy said he was going to do, and then say, did he do it? Because he said that he everybody know that West Coast is supposed to be methodical drives. If you number one in the league in 10 play drives, are you doing that?
Yes.
Yes. And are you resting the D as you wanted to? Yes. And see, let me tell you something that just pissed me off. I'm listening to all these radio people. They talking about these old nerd stats like Dak is last in average yard per throw. Is it that they don't trust Dak Prescott to throw? It's like, did anybody keep in mind that we was blowing out the first two teams and that you didn't need Dak to be vertically aggressive?
Right.
Did anybody think about that? Did anybody think in game 3 that your left tackle was Chuma and you wanted to have a game plan that was going to get the ball out? Like, did anybody think about
rookie center, rookie left guard, right guard?
Like, did anybody think about that, Tuck? Candy?
Yeah, of course not.
So, like, it just frustrates the hell out of me, man. So when you hear people talk about the red zone but don't talk about the context of what Mike McCarthy is doing, and then this what get on my nerves. They shot out another ghost weirdo stat where they was talking about, hey, none of Dak Prescott's main receivers actually have a catch in the red zone. Do they not trust Dak? Like, everything is spent to this boogeyman of trust and shitting on Dak. And this is the deal. And it's like, I gotta say this. So y'all really did not watch the tape that most of his red zone attempts was to the receivers? Did y'all not see that? So if
I literally cut up all 25 clips of those. 25 clips I posted of every red zone play.
Yeah.
It's on the channel. You can go check it out. But there was tons of opportunity, right? We talked. I mean, y'all talked about it last time. The final word, like, there was opportunities, and I get it because it's lazy narratives, right? Because I told somebody, it's like, y'all remember, he hit Ferguson in the hands in the end zone, and then first game he just slipped his hands. You know what I'm saying? So what are we talking about? They don't trust Dak. They hit Jalen Tober. It was a pass interference that led to a touchdown from, I think it was Tony Pollard. What about the tight ends? So Dak don't trust the wide receiver. He trusts the tight ends. He went to Jake Ferguson. He went to Luke Schoon. So it's just like, what are we really doing here?
The opportunity is there. We're just not being.
I love the shot. I love the shot that Mike McCarthy sent back at Kellen because they were trying to do that. Like, I forgot what he said.
I missed it. What?
I saw it on Twitter where they asked him about that the Cowboys was 4 or 6 in the red zone or something like that last year, and or something about the red zone, or something about the difference. He was like, well, yeah, at this time of the season last year we were 4 for 6 in the red zone. But this time we're something out of 15. So he's trying to say that we get into the red zone a lot more than what we was doing this time last year. That's what he was really trying to say.
We got there more. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I saw somewhere that right now we're the top in the league with those opportunities in the red zone. I think we have just a poor efficiency in it, but I have confidence that we'll work something out. We have so many options on offense. I mean, as soon as we get our tight end situation handled, to me that should be one of the big answers in the red zone. But we have so many different options. Mike McCarthy can get really creative with the play calling, so I think once we get in the groove there, then we'll be good.
Yeah, and let me show this tweet that I said, bro, which is speaking about what we were just talking about. Then I'm gonna talk about what Coach Fowler said. I said one of the saddest things is to do real research to offer real solutions to the Dallas Cowboys, and then watch local Dallas and national paid analysts make up problems and false solutions. Even worse is watching passionate Dallas Cowboy fans falling for the wee-woo. Like, for real. That's what be the saddest part, is that them same people then will start saying, Boss, Tuck, Candy, do they trust Dak?
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Wrong.
So you got well-meaning people that are approach us because they hearing this from people that they trust that they shouldn't trust.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
That just
stepped on.
that's just the media doing what it does, but spinning a narrative. And if you don't actually, you can watch the game and not see it. You just watch it and things are going bad. But if you go back, and honestly, that was before I really got into content and deep diving into the games. That was me like, this looks to be the problem. But if you really rewatch the games and deep dive and go over play by play, you will see the actual problems in those narratives that are spun.
Right.
We'll just go past it. You're like, this can't be the problem. I saw it with my own two eyes. I slowed it down. This isn't correct.
Oh, and then my boy Smoke one for you. He just reminded all of us that remember they wanted LVE over Bobby Wagner.
Oh my gosh.
I remember.
Yes.
It was fans this summer like, they are about to say.
And everyone, went with the narrative then that it was because he had so much drama behind him. I'm like, when have the Cowboys really shied away from
Bobby Wagner?
Right.
Bobby Wagner's a saint.
Man.
That's why I say LV is somebody's favorite.
Man, it ain't no doubt. And it's goofy. And it's the fans' favorite. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna be a war.
Look at Tuck.
I'm gonna just be honest.
I already know it's coming. Yeah.
As we continue to go after. Yeah, my boy say, boss, I remember. Yeah, Trey, I remember. It was a whole lot of people. Can y'all get off of Bobby Wagner? We have LVE. He's just as good. I need to go find them tweets from the media people that were saying he was just as good.
Ooh.
I need to go find them because I could name some of them. And one of them went at you, Tuck. He deserved.
Yeah, but those shoot shots at Zeke all day, but then LVE, they turned a blind eye.
Uh-huh.
Say that again. Hello.
So yeah, man. Hey, I was gonna take calls, but man, I just checked my phone, man. I gotta run out, man. So I ain't taking calls today. I gotta go. I just had something come up with my sons. So here we go though. I guess Candy, I was gonna just start with you and just ask what's your thoughts on moving out of Arizona, heading into New England as we kind of get ready to close out the show?
Moving on to the Patriots, let's only focus on that. Focus on what we know to be the problems, and I think that's an easy fix for the Cowboys, as long as the coaches are willing to make those fixes. I have faith in McCarthy. But I think it's going to be a much better game for the Cowboys. I don't think we're going to struggle as much, and I'm looking forward to the Cowboys win against the Patriots. And Zeke's return. Sorry, boss, but I am.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Yeah, so I'll say, it was a video that I made and kind of got lost in the shuffle with everything that kind of went on this week, but what I want to say, Cowboys Nation, is we need to be better. And what I mean by being better is I feel like so many Cowboys fans are just waiting for the negative to happen. And I kind of talked about the law of affirmations and positive thinking. When you're sitting back saying, we're going to lose, oh, here we go. Same old Cowboys. You're not even going to enjoy the season. So what I'm trying to preach to Cowboys fans, have a championship spirit. There's never just a clear path to the Super Bowl without any bumps in the road. Y'all remember, I was here last year when the Kansas City I remember I was here at Kansas City last year when the Chiefs lost to the Colts. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs lost to the Colts. You know what I'm saying? But they got back up. They take their lump. So anything you try to do in life is always going to be, hurdles and different things that you got to get over. It's the same thing with football. It was never going to be 17-0, blow out everybody by 40. Super Bowl, here we come. We all celebrating out in Vegas. I'm already booked for Vegas, and I'll meet y'all there. But it's there's going to be challenges. There's going to be some adversity that comes to the season. Quit giving up at the first sign of adversity. And what really got to me on last Sunday is as soon as Arizona got the first field goals, it's here we go. Same old Cowboys. Here we go. Yes. This is why I don't get invested. This is why. Be a football fan. Yeah, be a football fan. Be a teammate. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were in my locker room, you came in halftime with that scary, bro, I ain't rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? So, Cowboys Nation, get a championship, spirit. We gonna bounce back this week, and we gonna focus on football.
Say, man, they killing me, bro.
Yeah.
I love y'all, man. Say, I got the best chat in the world, bro. I love this drinking this. Y'all are funny as hell, bro. My boy Slim Thug say, great show, boss, at the game. We better than West Coast Cowboy. Begging for cash apps, crackhead, dog. We not gonna do that, big dog. Like, for real. I just read it without even knowing you said that. Hey, let's just respect everybody, bro. Like, period. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Right.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Before I start doing content, I used to say stuff like, this player suck, this player trash, this. What changed you is you start meeting their parents, bro. That changes you, bro. Like when you start meeting people, parents, it teaches you how to describe their game without the extra. Some people hate Boss.
Right.
And some people hate West Coast. Some people hate Tuck. Some people hate the OC. Some people hate Law. But I'm not gonna let none of y'all just say anything about any one of them. I'm just not gonna do it.
Right.
Let's just just forgive them and support who you support without anything else. That's what I would say to that.
Right.
But
it's not us versus each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're not versus each other.
Yeah,
we all in together.
And I
we
respect
all just
that
different
you
flavors
like
ice
me.
cream.
I respect you like me and Tuck and Candy. I respect that. I just don't want to bring nobody else into that ever.
Right.
You better respect me, boss.
I respect that. I respect that. Yeah, I do. I really do. I respect you. All right.
Just lightening.
Yeah, no, we good. Hey, my boy Trouble with $5 said, great stream, man. Appreciate it, man. Like, I like this show. This is a dope show. I want to say something though, man. That's this. We on that outro music.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to finish strong. Again, just with one more acknowledgement. Hold on real quick. We got an outside question. I'm going to just answer this question. I'm going to go back to what I was saying. He said, boss, quick question. I know y'all was talking about how Tyler Smith should have played tackle, but what if they played him at guard to protect his hamstring? Because I struggle with hamstrings, generally after 3 weeks, you good. And then usually your offensive linemen don't run like us, the little guys do. So I don't think it was about protecting him. I think it was about overthinking it. And I'm going to also say that was not an easy decision. See, I don't want us to oversimplify just, why did they do that? Like, it's like, no, bro. If you're a coach and you know that you feel better when you saw a guy practice all week and then at the last second it's like, all right, you ain't got no reps at left tackle, but you getting ready to play it today. Sometimes you can overthink it, and I can understand you thinking as Mike McCarthy, I don't want to do that because we gave Chuma all left tackle reps this week. And we trying to get Tyler Smith, slowly off that hamstring. Like you said, good point. And I think I have a solution to where I'm going to keep the game playing with a bunch of short passes. We go get through this game. So one of the wisest statements came from this dude named JR who called in. And he said, this is the problem. Most people think the only way to get to 4 is 2 + 2. But guess what else will get you to 4? 5 - 1, 6 - 2, 0 + 4. It's a lot of ways to get to 4. Sometimes we fall in love with our way of getting to 4, and there's no other way to get to 4. Somebody that came in the back door. I heard somebody. Somebody that came in the back door. Let me see which one of y'all done jumped in this show. Hold on real quick. Because I'm going to delete you for that. Whoever you. No, ain't nobody walked in. I heard somebody. I promise you I did.
Yeah, it's like a loop.
But anyway, what I want to finish with, that was a good question, was where my boy Tuck. And again, man, finishing out to me strong, man. First of all, man, great week, man. Just again, and the lesson that I want everybody to get out of it is, if Tuck is able to put his thoughts out there and walk away from Twitter and come back 2 times with viral tweets that national talk shows are talking about Kyle Pitts and Zeke, then we should be doing all of us should be doing something. So
Yeah.
and so that my final thoughts is basically like, you know, we all, in my opinion, should be a part of the movement. You know, be a part of the answer. I'm gonna start getting real upset if I see somebody else say in my comments, boss, is that they don't listen to us. And then I look at Tuck, got 2 national stories in a week that he started from a random conversation with Dez and just putting out an ideal about Pitts. So, and this is what I want to say to answer my own question, because I asked Tuck, what do you say about the people that say this is unrealistic? The answer to that is it don't matter. It don't matter that it's not realistic to you. What it matters is that the idea got in the building. That's the main thing. Because, yeah, it might be unrealistic today, but it might be realistic by the offseason. See, it was a lot of us that would have said Amari Cooper was unrealistic when he was with the Raiders.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Or we talked about, oh man, we should just go get Trey Lance before the draft. Everybody, man, y'all
They will say it, Tuck. Say that.
Ain't no way, bro. Y'all ain't, that
Trey
sounds
Lance.
unrealistic.
Let's go. We should talk to San Fran about Trey. Yeah. Thank you, Tuck. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So all these fortune tellers, they can see the future,
right?
To try to knock down a good idea. It's like, that's my answer to that is it don't even matter if it's not realistic. It matters that my brother used his voice to get a damn good idea in the building. Mm-hmm. And maybe they shut it down a day. But if it's some injuries tomorrow to our tight end room, the first thing they gonna come to their mind is Pitts. What should we trade?
Right.
And it started from the homie Tuck.
Right.
If it wasn't a good idea,
go ahead, Ken.
Y'all was both talking.
No, I was gonna say, because if it wasn't a good idea, it wouldn't have gone as viral as it did. It wouldn't have taken off like it did. So.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Clearly, you were into something.
Yep.
Yeah, and for the people that were shooting shots at it, I broke it down why it absolutely made sense. And then once I did that, they were like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, bro, because there's a lot of things that can really go into factor why the Falcons might need to move on from Kyle Pitts, just from a contractual standpoint, because they have Bijan, they have Drake London. So y'all know me, I'm surgical when I need to be surgical, but it was just like, that was never the point. What Boss is saying is that my little idea got all the way, it got to Jerry Jones yesterday. It did. Y'all. We know it. You know what I'm saying? Because it got that hot. So all I need is for Jerry Jones to go into his office and shut his door and say, you know what? Mm-hmm. Let me go on and see. Because he said he was fascinated with Kyle Pitts.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He loved him. Dak loved him. Like everyone, but maybe Jerry Jones saw that tweet. He got asked a question, is there any interest? He said, no, ain't no interest. Well, actually, let me see. Let me check and see. Or maybe Atlanta is now saying, well, maybe there is a market for him. Let's see what we could possibly get from him. Could we get a second?
Facts.
Could we get a third? So you never know what can happen, Cowboys Nation. But like Boss is trying to preach, just uplift your voice.
Yep.
What do you got to lose? What do you got to lose? You never know. I didn't know. I didn't send that directly to RG3. I had no idea he was kind of watching, even though he followed me and we kind of talked off grid. I didn't know he's going to go on Good Morning Football and talk about that.
So, right.
Yeah.
So this to mean to me, we matter, and then I think act
you
like
matter.
it. That's the key. Is act like it. Don't let people make you feel like that your voice don't matter. And see, let me tell you something, man. When I started in this being active and knowing that my voice mattered. And that's how I got into the podcast game, because a friend of mine, he told me, he said, bro, you have a lot of good ideas. Will McClay, Brian Broaddus is in this group called The War Room. That's what he told me. He said, I'm gonna add you to it, bro. Keep putting your ideas in there because they listening. And so that's what I did. I started posting a bunch of stuff like my thoughts on how to replace Dez and what should we do about this. Cause
That was you.
Stop.
We're gonna fight.
You playing. So then, that's how I ran in the West Coast. That's how I got into this game. Cause he was reading my thoughts and he said, bro, what you doing? And I ain't know him. I'm like, who are you? And he was like, bro, you wasting your gift. I was like, what you talking about? He was like, bro, you be putting all these good ideas out there, bro, and you don't have a blog? You need to start your own website. And I was like, huh. You know what I'm saying? And so then Wes invited me. He was like, hey, bro, you know, I'm doing a joint podcast, bro. I hate doing shows, but man, just come see if you like it. I did one show with him, and we immediately started doing shows 5 times a week. And that's how I got into this space, because I was putting my ideas out there aggressively. You know what I mean? So that's why I really know that our voice matter, man. You know what I'm saying? It was one time I put an idea out there about them tight ends, and I was just showing why we needed to have 4 on the roster, right? And I was put in that particular group. I put in this group that it was only 2 catches on the year between Rico at the time, if y'all remember that. Swam didn't have no experience. Schultz was brand new, and Jarwin didn't have no experience. So it was 2 catches on the year. And so it was a debate about should we carry 3 tight ends or 4. And I made the case in there, we need to carry 4 because of the experience, and we was used to Witten durability. So it's like, we don't have Witten no more. So we need to overstock now. You know what I mean? I put that in there, put the stats. I saw my same thought almost word for word on .com. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
Yeah, almost word for word. And it was like, I didn't care, because it's like, that's what I wanted anyway, was the idea, you know, out there.
Yeah.
I wanted that good idea in the building. So that's why this is a big day and a big week. That's why Tuck is worthy, you know what I'm saying, of to be the first guest appearance, because this is epic. And this is a lesson that our voice matter, man. So Tuck and Candy. Candy, did you have any thoughts before Tuck closes out?
No, I don't.
All right.
Get my final word.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Right,
I was saying, appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for everybody, what y'all keep doing, man. I'm gonna keep rocking for y'all, and let's go get this win on Sunday.
Let's go get it, man.
And I want to thank Tuck for joining us. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all for having me on. Oh, if you're going to the game, my guy Dez is gonna be having personal corner tailgate, so definitely hit him up. It was a movie last week, probably gonna be another movie. You know what I'm saying? So definitely hit up Dez. It's a good experience. So I know a lot of people like Dez. He's out there. He's amongst the people. And salute to them in the personal corner, because, you know, a lot of the things I'm doing in my community, they're doing the same thing over there. So go check it out.
All right, man. Boss